Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really simple but profound idea about the power of prayer. But, this isn't about praying for what you want. It's about a shift in focus that could honestly change how you see the entire world.
So let's just jump right in with one of the biggest questions you can ask, right? It's a question that's really at the heart of what we're talking about today. When you strip everything else away, what truly matters most?
And the answer we're exploring today is, believe it or not, surprisingly simple. At the very heart of it all are two key practices: prayer and gratitude. These are presented as the absolute core of a meaningful life.
But prayer and gratitude don't just stand there on their own. They're actually more like bookends for a much bigger, more solid structure. Think of them as four foundational pillars that hold up a truly virtuous life.
And here they are, the four pillars for a meaningful existence. It all kicks off with prayer, that act of connecting and asking. And that's followed by patience, which is that strength to just wait and endure. Of course, that waiting is supported by faith, the trust that things are unfolding just as they should. And it all wraps up beautifully with gratitude, the ability to really truly appreciate what you've been given. See how they all work together? They create this complete spiritual foundation.
Okay, so we've got these four pillars, but they aren't just for building a better you. The real power, the real magic, happens when we use this foundation to connect with a much, much bigger idea: our relationship with everyone else.
And that brings us to this powerful principle called Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It's a beautiful ancient concept from Sanskrit, and it translates to a really simple but profound idea. The entire world is one single family.
So the goal here is to totally shift our mindset. Think about that deep, gut-level concern you feel when a close family member is struggling, right? Now, imagine being able to stretch that same empathy, that same love, to cover everyone. That's the whole idea right there.
So that's a beautiful goal, but how do we actually do it? How do we live this principle of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam in our daily lives? Well, it all starts by transforming the very nature of our prayers.
And this is where the big shift happens. We're encouraged to move beyond just praying for our immediate family and our closest friends, and instead to offer up selfless prayers that take in our entire world family. The scope just explodes from a few people to everyone.
This means praying for literally anyone whose struggle you become aware of. It could be your friends, relatives, or neighbors, sure. But, and this is so important, it also includes people you don't know at all, complete strangers. If you hear they're going through a hard time, they become a part of your prayer.
So what does this actually look like day to day? The idea is to find these little moments for selfless prayer in our everyday lives, and there are some wonderfully simple examples to get us started.
Imagine you're just driving or walking down the street, and you hear an ambulance siren. You have no idea who's inside or what's happened. The suggestion is so simple. Just offer a heartfelt prayer for that unknown person's well-being.
Or here's another one. Let's say you're at a hospital, maybe for your own appointment or to visit someone. Just take a moment. Extend a quiet prayer to all the other patients in that building who are also there seeking help and healing.
And really, it boils down to this. Anytime you hear of someone's hardship, whether you see it on the news, hear from a friend, or read a post online, a selfless prayer is an immediate, powerful, and really compassionate response.
So, what's the ultimate point of all this? Why does this shift from self-focused to other-focused prayer matter so much? Well, the suggested effect is pretty cosmic.
The idea here is that when we pray selflessly for others, we're actually reflecting the very qualities of the divine. This act of pure compassion is said to bring great joy to the universe, because in that moment, we're acting on our connection to everything.
And that positive energy, it isn't contained. A prayer that's born from a pure, selfless intention is believed to just radiate outward, spreading these incredible positive vibrations all across the universe.
And this act of giving, it's not a one-way street. The belief is that when we pray for others without any thought of what we'll get out of it, the universe responds in kind, showering blessings right back upon the world.
So we're not left with a rule or a command, but with a simple, really powerful question. If you truly think of the world as one family, who will you pray for today?